Oh, in this video we're going to look at the phenomenon of American politics as though it were a Marvel cartoon, because that's about the only thing you can compare it with. And when I say American politics is often global politics, because what happens in the USA happens in the world. Of course, others, such as this Guardian article, have noticed that American politics is really just cartoon. Here are some covers and some memes that are used with Trump. He's portrayed in a negative way here, and he's also portrayed, obviously, by his supporters in a positive way. So we see that it's different ways to portray him. See that popular media plays a very important role in the elections, especially things like memes, when they portray people as here, for example, sometimes you need an old white man or an old white guy to help fight the forces of evil. That was Bernie's campaign meme, 2016, and they've actually analysed all this. Here's Hillary Clinton portrayed as a character out of Game of Thrones. There you go. Here we go. Obama and Clinton. Obama and Trump again in a meme. Trump taking over from Obama. And again, a favourite, which we'll look at later on, Trump as Captain America, and Hillary here as Wonder Woman, breaking through the glass ceiling. But here she's portrayed as Blunder Woman. Here's Trump again, and this is from Star Wars, isn't it? There you go. Except it's not called Star Wars here, is it? The shit awakens. Oh boy. Yeah, there we go. But anyway. Oh, there you go. Hillary Clinton, isn't it? Is it? No, that's not Hillary Clinton. Yeah, it is. The Wizard of Oz. That's right. The Wicked Witch. Oh, that's Maleficent, Hillary Clinton. And there she's Jabba the Hutt. Oh, goodness me. But we're going to have a look at the Marvel characters. This is Hogwarts again. Hogwarts. And we're going to have a look at some of the Marvel characters in a minute. This is Hillary Clinton again, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Now, Trump is often portrayed as Captain America. Make America Great Again. There he is. Sometimes he's also portrayed as Superman. Let's have a look. Here, once again, we've got Team Trump portrayed according to Marvel. And here we see, he's portrayed as Trumpos. So, here's Ivanka as portrayed as Midnight. There you go. And here is Kushner portrayed as Glade. There you go. It's a bit dark looking. So here we have another portrayal of Trump as Captain America, you know, leading the troops. Here we have Trump as Superman. And we can see, you know, he's portrayed as a superhero here, defeating the forces of evil again. He's obviously faster than a flying bullet. But instead of calling him Superman, maybe we should call Trump Chabad Man, because his son-in-law and his daughter-in-law are both with the Chabad synagogue. So maybe we should call him Chabad Man rather than Superman. And the question is, what is Trump's kryptonite? What would take him down? Could have this been his kryptonite? Was that why Epstein so-called committed suicide in jail? We'll never know, will we? And who could be our Doctor Strange with strange magic, master of magic, black magic? Who could be our Doctor Strange in this Marvel comic book that we're living in? Could our Doctor Strange be, Bill Gates? Could that be our Doctor Strange? Could our arch villain, our Doctor Strange, be Bill Gates? Could he be the arch villain that we're looking at in our comic book politics? He actually looks like a good character, doesn't he, to fill the role of arch villain, Doctor Strange, Bill Gates, trying to vaccinate the world with his final solution vaccine. Evil genius. The Joker in all this is obviously George Soros, because he's the one that's flooding the West with all the immigrants, and he's funding all the NGOs that subsidize queer story time and trannies and all the other things. So he's the evil Joker who's having a joke on society's expense and driving everyone crazy. So he's fulfilling the role perfectly of the Joker, just as Bill Gates is fulfilling the role of the Doctor Strange, using his black magic of his vaccines to provide the final solution. It's quite funny, really, because the joke's on us. The joke's on us for allowing him to do and wreak such devastation. And why is he allowed to do it? Why is he allowed to fund all these institutions that are bringing such division and chaos to the West? Because everybody's letting him do it. That's why. Because they're all in it together. They're not fighting each other. It's all in your imagination. They're all in it together. The Joker, the Riddler, the Doctor Strange, Captain America. You've been fooled. And here we have another Illuminati figure. And this figure, Zuckerberg, we can say that he's the Riddler. He's the Riddler who wants to suck up all your brain, all your data, all your brain power, like in the movie Batman Forever. Here he is as the Riddler. The Riddler wants power, but can he handle it? He may have figured out a way to steal brain power from every citizen of Gotham. So here we have the Riddler, and he's going to steal everyone's brain power. There we go.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat?
No more tricks, Edward.
Very well then. Let's get real.
Release Chase. This is between you and me.
And me. And me.
You've been sucking Gotham's brainwaves, and now you've devised a way to read men's minds.
You betcha.
Soon my little box will be on countless TVs around the world, feeding me credit card numbers, bank codes, sexual fantasies, and little white lies. Into my head they'll go. Victory is inevitable. For if knowledge is power, then a god am. Was that over the top? I can never tell.
there's even a bat in our story, because according to the narrative, it all began with bat soup in Wuhan. So there's our bat. And to finish our story, we even have a tweet about bats from Pope Francis, who said, "When we are in a state of sin, we are like human bats who can move about only at night. We find it easier to live in darkness because the light reveals to us what we do not want to see. But then our eyes grow accustomed to darkness and we no longer recognize the light." What's he trying to say here? That we've now sit in darkness and therefore we're bats like the Batman? Who knows? Right, well, you might think this is all a bit fanciful, but we're dealing with very powerful archetypes, you know, villains, good guys, villains, the evil genius, the Joker, the Riddler, you know, and the strange thing is that all these archetypes have been portrayed in Jewish literature, because all the Marvel comics, etc., are Jewish, and Hollywood is all Jewish. So these archetypes have all been become part of our heritage, but they're all from Jewish origin, and all the people that are portraying these characters, and I think they're all Jewish. You know, Soros is a Jew, Zuckerberg is a Jew. He's the Riddler trying to suck up all the data, and we know very well that Israel is very big on data and AI and the five eyes and all the rest. So you might think this is all fantasy, but we've been given our evil genius as a distraction. Our evil genius that we have to focus all our ire on for doing all these bad things is Bill Gates. But they're all in it together. I mean, and they're laughing at us because Bill Gates registers a patent for his digital whatever with a patent 666, and a law has just been passed, a bill in the I believe in America, the Senate or whatever, which is Bill 666, which is about separating children from the parents, or separating family members from the family unit, to put them into quarantine if they're suspected as having COVID. So they're using this number 666 all the time. Jared Kushner bought a skyscraper on 666 on the street with a number 666 in New York City. So these are important, distractions. We're being distracted, but they're all in it together. As far as I'm concerned, they're all in it together, and it's a big Jewish drive together with some of the other elite in the world to take power. And they're laughing at us because they've given us our archetypes to focus on. We're living in a Marvel comic book. We have our comic villains. We have our comic heroes. We have our comic, our comic geniuses and our comic Riddlers. And they're all playing us like a fiddle. And we sit here, the dumb goyim, just sucking it all up, living in a world that's becoming more and more like dystopia, as basically turning it into Gotham City, sat here eating our bat soup, locked up like idiots.